nothing but an initiative by Reciprocity, wherein it is our endeavor to bring to you learnings and perspectives that truly empower an entrepreneur's journey. This is an extension of how we learn at Reciprocity. And it has been our endeavor to get able people like our panelists today so that people can hear it live from them. These are people who've achieved significance in their lives. And I personally believe that there is nothing better than an example in front of you to learn. So that's what Alchemy is all about. Straight away dive into the subject that we are here for. And the subject, like the promo said, expertise versus experience. So the reason why this plagues me and the reason why this is so intriguing is simply because I hear so many people talking about themselves as experts. Today, people unabashedly say that, you know what, I am so-and-so and I am an expert at so-and-so. My understanding is that expertise is a moving target. I personally believe that expertise is something that one aspires for. I personally believe that expertise is something which if I feel I have achieved, then I stop to labor hard and perfect my craft. But that's my belief. I want to go straight into the panel and first talk to Dr. Jitendra Mohan Hans. Dr. Hans, what is your view?
Very important. Experience also important. Humility also important. Confidence also important. Confidence should not become overconfidence and underconfidence. As an expert, you should not fail, and for that you have to have two things: confidence, not overconfidence. Please be. And no less confidence.
Would you go to an expert or would you go to a guy who's got experience? And to my mind, you cannot be expert without experience. Till the time you do not have experience, you cannot be an expert. But just having experience, you cannot become
Mr. Deepak Kapoor. Mr. Kapoor, what's your stance? What do you say? Are you in favor of having an expert mindset, or are you in favor of having an experienced
Somebody
mindset?
would say expertise is skill-based and experience is time-based. Expertise is acquiring and mastering a skill, and experience is using it appropriately, you know, in your view. Expertise is knowledge and experience is, you know, the wisdom which comes out of it. If you have to continue to be an expert and an experienced deliverer, you need to continue to innovate and keep moving on. Now, coming to your, I think the failure example, I think experts fail because of various reasons, and ego is one of those. And yes, I have seen not once, but many examples where because of somebody's ego, they deviated from that so-called team effort, which in professional services firms of the type I led is so very important, because there's so much of expertise which needs to be delivered while offering solutions to your clients that any one person cannot deliver that. You have to act like a team, right? And when that ego comes in and a person, because of senior-junior relationships or for whatever reason, does not believe that he should work as a team, and he starts working as a single person, he actually ends up being a one-man demolition squad and actually ruins the thing. And in that particular area of professional services, you're only as good as your last job delivered.
Basically, I'm a great believer that the wheel was invented in most cases a long time ago. It's how efficiently we improve on the functioning of the wheel that makes the difference. So whether we refer to it as being an expert or we talk about how that expertise is being put into place, the fact is we don't need to just necessarily take credit for what we've actually inherited, but look to see how well we can operate it to make it a better functioning unit. So staying open to not just increasing knowledge, but staying in touch with what is happening in terms of technological development, to what is going on in whichever field of life we're in, is what's critical. I think what it all is boiling down to, and I know what was just being talked about even by Amit and which Mr. Kapoor answered, when you look at stories like the OYO and the Olas and the Ubers and everything else that's come to India, a lot of people must have wondered, how would all of these been created and how would they work? But, logically, if you aren't prepared well, your understanding isn't right, and if you're going to go to somebody to sell something, By saying you're an expert, you may not get the job. It's going to be in how you present. What is the ideation that's behind it? What are the, the way you've explained it? And you're basically almost telling a client you're going to spend his money like it's your own. So I realized one thing, that just banging your chest to say you're the expert isn't going to help. If you haven't got experience, then you need to start getting it, of course, before you can doubt it. But even in the initial stages, the preparation behind what you're offering is the key. The USPs you're trying to bring forward, which nobody else has done, that you're offering when you're making that presentation, is going to make a difference. The feel good comes out of that, post which the person starts believing that, hey, regardless of whether it's a startup or not, we can trust that person with what we're wanting achieved. That I feel very strongly about.
Would you rather be called as a person who's proficient, or would you rather be called a person who's an expert?
That's still at me, then definitely a person who's proficient. Most definitely.
Right. And why is that?
Because every day I see for myself that there is change happening, there is innovation happening, things are getting better in whatever I do for a business.
I have no doubt about the fact that it's your turn now. And I'd like you to please tell us, what's your view? Would you call yourself an expert singer, or would you call yourself an experienced singer after having launched those 20 phenomenal albums? And of course, also tell us what's a good mindset to have.
I'm no one to say whether I'm an expert or anything. I just love my music. And my father was a very proficient singer, though he was an engineer by profession.
Right.
But I took up the genes of music from my papa. And then, of course, my Guru Madhurani ji helped me along the way. And I'm here because of her. I will never dare to call myself an expert.
Right.
No. ऐसी गलती नहीं करूंगी मैं कभी भी. वो कहते हैं खुदा भी नाराज हो जाता है.
Truly respected, ma'am. Truly respected.
Ego तो होना ही नहीं चाहिए. They said अगर ego आ जाए ना तो गाना बजाना खत्म. So we come from a generation where we were lucky enough to imbibe music from great masters who had no degree, had no formal education, but their music was so profound that even generations later are trying to follow them and cannot match their skills. So for me, proficiency, for me, expertise is very important, but it has only come with experience. It has only come with experience. There has to be a balance between expertise and experience. You have to have experience to be an expertise, but necessarily only experience will not make you an expert, as all our very eminent panelists have said. You need to think out of the box, rewire your brain, think of new things, new songs, and continuously reinvent yourselves in order to be relevant.
We are told to be careful when you reach 500 hours on type, 2000 hours on type, 5000 hours on type. That is the time you lower your guard and you don't follow the procedures which you are trained for, the practice which you have done, the constructive practice which you have done. You may have flown 2000 hours, but you have not done any constructive practice and you have just passed your time. It is not important how much time you spent. What is important to get to that expert level is how did you spend that time?
Absolutely.
That is important. It is not important that I have been in this job for 20 years. What is important is that how did you spend those 20 years in that job? Then you will reach towards.
An expert can't be saying that I was an expert and I am an expert and I will be an expert. So if you are an expert, you have to remain in touch and be an expert. That's very important. So the dynamics of being an expert, you have to, I mean, there may be a junior who is better than you tomorrow and can surpass you. The second thing is when a father says his son, do as I say. This is what I am responding to Mr. Mohit Nair. Father says, please do as what I tell you to do. Not because I'm always right, because I was wrong many times. So I've learned after being wrong many times. So when a father tells his son, please, he knows don't close your eyes and cross the road. He knows that something can go wrong. So he's telling his father. He's not that, sometimes that ego is not there, but there is misjudgment, miscalculation. And that can actually happen with very well. See, we are all firm on the belief that ego has not to be there. one thing, ego has not to be there. And if ego is not there, things can go wrong, as what went wrong with Tendulkar also. Maybe
I believe in the three things: focus, because I was listening to everything, focus on the intricate skills which you like to develop, feedback. If you have made a mistake, and you will make a mistake, nobody gets it right in the first place, get a feedback from your seniors. Listen. They said half of music you learn if you listen. Listen to other singers, listen to other doctors, your seniors.
Very well.
Listen. And third is with focus and feedback, you fix it. You fix your problems, you reinvent. You should not be repetitive. You can't be doing the same task in which you have had a mastery over. It's like slogging in an unproductive, undirected manner. So think out of the box. Look out of your comfort value and do reinvent, because as our panelists say, times are moving so fast, even in music. And how are you going to be relevant if you're not going to reinvent yourself? So this is very important, and most important, be humble. Down to earth, humility is very, very
I wanted to ask this specific question to Mr. Nair and Mr. Kapoor, if you can answer. I just wanted to bring a thought of an overrated concept of being humble, and maybe an underrated concept of calling self as expert. And why I'm calling as an overrated as a humble is, so why to be a shy, why to be humble, why not to raise your hand and say that I'm ready to challenge the status quo. And I'm really touched by the line which Mr. Nair used, that Southeast culture basically says that rely on whatever your elder says. You can't raise questions. So what is your view on that, whether the humbleness is overrated specifically in India, and underrated expert in the sense in our society, we hardly find people where we can go to them when we need advice. Because being Indian, we are so humble, as Pinaz said, that हमें उस culture में डाला गया है कि आप रियाज करिए, आप stage पे नहीं चढ़ सकते. So why this expert being is so underrated? Why certain subject matter expert can't raise their hand in society and say, you can come to me for advice? Yes, I am aware that being an expert is not a permanent position. I will keep upgrading myself to retain this position. So any views on that, please?
Hey, Commodore Mohit Nair.
Yeah, no, I agree with Alok Saraswat. Being too humble also and not raising your hand that I can do it also won't help. The point I was making is that you have your own personality. You got to take risk. The risk factor, the risk thing came up many times. So I just wanted to actually butt in that, but then all that answer has been given. But this is our culture. When I said that this is a South Asian culture, I didn't say it in any, it didn't have any negative connotation, but that is where we have been brought up. Now the problem is that if you are too humble, and when I say too humble, means you are not speaking out, you're not saying that I can do the job, you're not raising your hand when the boss is giving you a job, or in our case, let's say there's a flight, it won't help. Obviously, you have to exude confidence in your boss or the matters that may be, then only he will have confidence in you. Let me answer your question in a question which Manish asked to Brandon, that what would you be like, that, expert or a experienced guy? My answer would be, I would be like to be that kind of a guy that my boss rings up at 1 o'clock at night and say this job is to be done. Neither I want to be expert, nor I want to be a what you call experienced, but I want to give that kind of a confidence to my organization, onto my team, that anytime they are in trouble, they can pick up the phone and call me at any time, and I am there available for you. And as far as your thing is concerned, as why shouldn't I doubt, and that is what Manisha also had said, the question is, there is nothing wrong in calling yourself as an expert. But if that expertness gets you into your head, and those virtuous practices which I mentioned and which Ms. Misani mentioned, you don't follow them, and you think that by your calling yourself an expert and you will remain an expert, I think that's a fallacy. You call yourself an expert and be very, very, and wire your mind that I have to be expert. So if you wire your mind, your plasticity of brain is sorted out by yourself, and you follow all these practices and you say that I will be there when I'm required and I will be as expert as I am possible to be, you will find nothing wrong in saying that I am an expert. So when Manisha says, nothing wrong in putting in your card, I am expert in so and so, so and so. But like Brandon said, when you go and give a presentation, you should sound like an expert, and I should feel that I am talking to an expert. But it should not be in your head that if anybody tells me something else, I am already an expert. So nobody can, tell me something. So I hope I have answered Alok your question.
One takeaway and one word of advice for us.
Just do your work with passion, with experience, do it expertly, with fear for God, and enjoy your work. Bottom line, enjoy your work so people will enjoy what you're doing, as far as my music is concerned.
Lovely. So you're saying enjoy it and immerse yourself in it. Be a student of it, right? Lovely.
Be a student, but continue learning. There is no end to music anyway. So continue learning.
Lovely.
And enjoy your work and sing with passion and sing as if there is no tomorrow.
Right. Thank you so much. Mr. Kapoor, your one word of advice for everybody.
Well, I would say that, being an expert or keeping your expertise is actually a journey. It's not a destination. And one must acquire a skill, keep upgrading, be relevant, keep the purpose and goal in mind, grow and continue to gain experience to back up that expertise.
Lovely. Thank you, Mr. Kapoor. Thank you so much. Brandon, what's that one piece of, one little nugget that you'd like to leave behind with everybody?
Well, apart from wanting to show you my golf swing, which I would have been very comfortable with, all I can say it's been a wonderful learning experience listening to everybody. But truthfully, I think the belief I have is that you never stop evolving. Be open to listening to whatever's happening in whatever sphere of life. It doesn't matter whether somebody younger or older is immaterial. At the end of the day, read as much as you can. The world is becoming smaller with us having access to pretty much anything we want on the Google and everything else. So at the end of the day, I think this is a fantastic time to be alive. Enjoy it, stay positive, and at the moment, of course, stay safe.
Thank you, Brandon. Thank you so much. And with that, may I now request Air Commodore Nair to give us one.
Thank you, Manish. Thank you. I would only say that because of our discussion was expert versus experience, aim for being an expert. Like I said, it's journey, like Mr. Kapoor said. Aim to be an expert through experience, and it is important not how much time you have spent, but how you spend that time and how you practice with your virtual practices. You will definitely reach all your goals and aims. And like I said, tomorrow and next, just be open.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Air Commodore Nair. And I would have loved to go to Dr. Hans as well, but he had another webinar to go to. So he's already gone there. And I'd like to sum it up by saying that experience, of course, yes, absolutely no doubt. But what I'm really taking away from this session today is raise your hand if you truly feel that you are an expert. And when you're given the opportunity to part with your expertise, then you've truly got to give it exactly the way it is expected of you. So I think it's been a fabulous afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. And respected panelists, thank you so much for your inputs. And everybody, thanks so much for being here. Enjoy your weekend. And until next time, it's goodbye from all of us. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much.